Well, joining us is Tony Ryan, Director of Marketing for Ignatius Press, and I'm excited to talk to Tony, and I'm sure you're excited to hear about this new movie, The 13th Day. Tony, thank you so much for being on the program today with us.
Good morning, Father Reed, and thank you for having me on. It's my privilege.
It's a privilege to have you because I know you've worked for Ignatius Press for some 30 years, so you know what's going down there at Ignatius Press, and I know that this film is very special to you. Could you tell us about the 13th Day? We know it's about Our Lady's apparitions at Fatima, but why the name The 13th Day? And just tell us in general about this incredible movie that's available now in selected theaters.
Sure. Yeah, they call the movie The 13th Day because it's based on the fact that Our Lady appeared to the children in Fatima on the 13th of each month from May through October in the year 1917. And so the producers of the film just thought that was kind of an intriguing title, and we agreed, The 13th Day. So this is a new movie, the first major feature film made on Fatima in over 50 years. So that was important to get a new movie out on this incredible story of Our Lady's appearances and the important message that she gave to the three children. So it was shot on location in Portugal as well as in England. It was produced by a European film company, and the directors, it's actually a couple of brothers named Ian and Dominic Higgins, are actually artists by training, and so they brought that to the production. They are filmmakers as well, but with their artistic background, they shot this film in kind of an artistic way, so it has kind of a beautiful look to it, as some of the reviewers have mentioned when they've reviewed the film. So it has kind of a stylistic look. It's lovely to look at, and the message that they tell is very important, and they tell the story through the eyes of Sister Lucy from her memoirs. So the movie is really based on her memoirs. When it opens up, it's Sister Lucy actually writing her memoirs, and then it goes back to the story through her eyes. And so they try to be historically accurate as much as any movie can be, and to tell the story in a compelling way. So they use, as I say, beautiful kind of artistic approach. They use some amazing special effects when it comes to the miracle of the sun and so forth.
I've seen only the trailer at this point. Personally, I'm looking forward to being able to see the entire movie, but I was particularly taken, even in watching the trailer, with the special effects and how it recreates for the viewer a sense of what it must have been like to have been there, particularly on that day when people witnessed the miracle of the sun. Could you just describe some of the special effects and how the movie has such a tremendous impact on the viewer?
Well, when they came up with the idea of making this film, initially the idea was to make a short film just about the miracle itself. That was how this whole project began. And because they wanted to have a film that would recreate the miracle of the sun in a way that's never really been done on film before, because they felt if they could at least just do that in a short film, that would be really powerful and really kind of impress people with the miracle of Fatima and also what the message was. But then as they explored and did research, they realized if they could come up with the funding, they wanted to really tell the whole story. And so but since the miracle of the sun was really going to be the highlight, that was something they worked on a lot from the beginning, how to best show that. So they used, some innovative, state-of-the-art digital effects to create, stunning images of the miracle of the sun, and it lasts, for 5, 6, 7 minutes towards the end of the film. And basically, as people may or may not know the story, I'll just be quick about it here, but Our Lady promised the children when she appeared to them initially that she would perform a miracle on October 13th, the last apparition, for all people to believe, that anyone would be able to see who was even in the area, even not right there, but miles away they would see it. Well, the children didn't know what the miracle would be, but they just told people there will be a miracle. And the miracle was on a rainy day, 70,000 plus people showed up, including journalists, photographers, newspaper people, people who didn't believe, people who were curious. And then it was raining, pouring, and Our Lady then appeared, and the sun came out, and everything dried up, and well, it dried up when the miracle happened, and so then she pointed to the sun after she spoke to the children, and what happened was the sun then started to spin in the sky, left its location in the sky, started to spin, dance, it looked like a fire wheel, spinning, different colors, and quite the dramatic show going on there in the sky. And then it hurled itself to the earth, started to hurl itself to the earth. And, of course, people started screaming because they thought it was the end of the world. And then finally the sun went back to its place in the sky. This lasted, several minutes, and it was witnessed by over 70,000 people, including, as I say, newspaper people. So there's documented evidence of this by even those who were not necessarily believers. And that's basically the miracle of the sun. And, it's an incredible miracle, obviously.
Now, this movie premiered at the Catholic Marketing Network conference last year, and there have been many screenings. What have been the reactions of people to the film?
The reaction has been tremendous, maybe even more than we anticipated. We did, as you say, do a premiere back in last August at the Catholic Marketing Network on the East Coast in New Jersey with all the trade people in the Catholic world, stores and publishers. And then we planned a screening effort to have screenings around the country, work with Catholic organizations. And so we launched that last October, actually on October 13th, to tie it in with the date. And it's been huge. And we've had screenings in perhaps 250 different locations now, including numerous movie theaters. And so anyone can have a screening. If they just go to our website, they can go to Ignatius.com, and right there you'll see an icon for the movie. You just click on it, and it'll take you to the website for the movie, and it has all the information how any Catholic organization can host their own screening, and we have a package that's a turnkey operation that they can get and have their own screening event, and they can have it wherever it works best for them.
Archbishop Fulton Sheen said that Fatima is fathomless, and so I encourage people, and I'm sure you do too, Tony, to take a look at the website and to encourage a screening in people's area so that they see this film and learn more about the message of the Blessed Virgin Mary at Fatima. And could you just repeat that address for the website one more time?
Sure. It's real simple. Since we're Ignatius Press, it's just Ignatius.com, and that's spelled Ignatius, Ignatius.com. And that's our homepage. When they go there, they'll see right at the top right-hand side a little icon button for the 13th day. They just click on that, and they can go right to the movie website. That's the easiest way to get it. We have an address for the movie website, but it's long, and it's easier just to go to our Ignatius.com website, and they can get all the information about just how they want to, if they want to just buy the DVD, buy a T-shirt. We have T-shirts for the movie, or to have their own screening. I just might want to mention, if I have another second here, Pope Benedict XVI did go to Fatima this past May, as a lot of people know. He did that because he wanted to reemphasize for Catholics and the whole world the importance of the message of Our Lady of Fatima. That's why this movie is so timely.
And your visit with us today is timely. We carried, of course, Pope Benedict's trip to Fatima, and so we're glad to have you on to promote this movie. Tony Ryan, Director of Marketing at Ignatius Press. Tony, thank you so much for helping us to learn more about this movie and to encourage our viewers to take a look at the website and perhaps see the movie themselves soon. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you very much, Father Reed. Appreciate it.
Okay, and we're going to go back now to more of This Is the Day.